Who's been the biggest person in the music industry you fell out with, but it has since been repaired?
I don't think I really fell out with nobody. I don't think I really fell out with nobody. Maybe stopped talking for a second, but it never came to no blows or no stuff like that where nothing really interfered with the business. So I would say I got a clean record.
And speaking of records, can we get some status updates here?
Hmm.
Okay, status updates. Can we get a status update with HBK? What's the latest with that imprint, that conglomerate, that crew? What's going on?
I mean, we're a family. So whether we create music or not, we are gonna always be in tune. Even though we are creating music, you know. Status update, I would say, I think we in one of the best places we've ever been as far as communicating, hanging out, doing music. I think it's in a really cool place. I talk to everybody, and yeah, we in group chats. We just be chilling, cooking up. But everybody's grown, so that's the number one thing. It's not gonna be like what it was in 2013, but it's a lot of love that I always have.
What's the status update on The Invasion?
Now the Invasion, that's a different story. That was like everybody's still making beats, but that tag and that production crew, I think that was just the time it was. But of course, it's like my family, my people.
What about this, Young California? Now, you did mention there's a Young California 2 as a title, a sequel to a previous project you did called Young California, but there was a wave or a movement called Young California
Correct.
years ago. So
Right.
is this part of said wave, or are you just using that title just in an ode to that era, or can you just,
Yeah, I could break that down.
yeah.
So the timeline to that goes as such. It's like I released my project, Young California. Before that, I was in some conversations with some individuals. They were saying they needed basically a name for the movement, something for the DJs and excuse me, the artists and everybody coming together. And I suggested that name, and so I named that basically.
And you did name it, but did you reap the benefits or the rewards off of that, or? Okay. All right. Well, what about this? Last status update. Eyes on Me LLC.
Right.
Where you at with that?
Oh yeah, that's eyesonmestore.com. That's the label. That's, you know.
But when you say label, is it just strictly you at this point? Have you signed others?
I'm not signing artists, but other people have released under that. So a lot of the collab projects I've done, certain people's singles, whatever the case may be, but I consider myself more like a production company, not necessarily a label that's signing and investing in artists, but I will produce and create music and release music for artists.
Okay. And why not for you? Are you just against? I mean, I'm sure people have tried to. Hey, sign me, Sue. Come on, add me to this, conglomerate that you got going on. You just don't want to be a part of that. That's just not your forte. You're just busy concentrating on yourself. Why that?
I feel like it takes a lot of not even just monetary, but just personal investment into another individual. And I don't want to stifle an artist because I can't accommodate all their needs.
Have you made an attempt to do this at all, or you just know going forward this wouldn't work out, so you never even tried?
I kind of learned from the Heartbreak Gang experience, trying to like develop and be super hands-on. I'm gonna be very, very hands-on with artists I collaborate with, but as far as like press and go and making the calls and everything like that, I don't want to hold anybody back.
Now, I did, assume again, correct me if I'm wrong, that people probably asked you to sign them.
Yeah.
Or, hey, Sue, give me a chance, or hey, maybe there's someone you know, A&R position at a record label, you could, give me some ups on, and so on and so forth. Has there been anybody you could have signed? I know you don't sign, but has there been anybody that came to you, you could have had the opportunity to sign For whatever reason, you didn't do it, and now they're who they are.
For sure. Yeah. A lot of people, but I'm not gonna name no names, but I will say like, yeah, but I always like no, I'm not trying to sign people, but I love to help people. I love to connect people and like just aid on the journey. That's something that really is like important to me and special to me. So I've done a lot of that. But yeah, I just always like to just kind of like stand back and be like clapping for you, you know?
Never, damn, I should have signed this person. I had the
Yeah, I
chance.
don't be feeling like that just because I feel like what's for me is for me. And like maybe I didn't sign you, but we did a collaboration that did this, or maybe I didn't sign you, but you connected me with somebody like, or you circled back on me years later with an opportunity or something like that. So I just don't want no smut on my rep so that.
And last question here. What is the percentage, again, circle chart of 100%,
Mm-hmm.
that, you do a favor for someone or you look out for someone, and even if it's down the line, they reciprocate a favor back to you? Because there's sometimes you can do something for someone and they never look behind, they
Right,
only look
yeah.
forward. What's the percentage, someone you've helped actually helps you in a similar way?
I have not ever kept score on that, but it's a high percent. But I don't keep score. I don't help people with the expectation of receiving something in return. I do it just because I want to help somebody.
And just for clarification, a high percentage, they do look out for you in the future, or a high
Yeah, high
percentage they
percentage
don't?
people look back
Okay,
and look
okay.
out for sure.